So it's been a long weekend. We're back in the shop. The block is dry. I've been over there wire brushing, cleaning up parts. Got the fuel pump just now done. Oh, there's some freaking wear. We are gonna do rod bushings. They got quite a bit of discoloring. And there are a couple, one of them I saw was 2,000ths out. Haven't done a whole bunch of inspecting yet, but we'll get to that in a minute. But we're about to get the machine shop fired back up. The frame is all done. So I got the rods cleaned up over there. They're ready to be messed with. Got the block cleaned up. It's sitting here ready to be going in the honer. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the guides out. So we got 32 of these to do. Let's get to it. Drilling out more guides. I didn't even show you, we did go ahead and put the guides in that one. But I have a bolt broke off. And look, it's chucked up in the guide seat machine. So I'm glad I didn't spend any time at all messing with that. Because when it's in this machine, it's fairly easy to get it out. So that's what we're gonna do, right? Well, as soon as I get done cutting, fogging these holes out and then cutting those top hats off. And then we'll go over there and do that real quick, get that out of the way. So we got us a heater about 3 freaking years ago, long time ago. It is 300 degrees coming out of that exhaust pipe right there. How hot is it coming out of there? Holy crap, it's 400 degrees inside of there. Wow. Okay, how much did it cool it off out here? None. 413 degrees sticking out of that exhaust pipe right there. Wow. It's working though. It's blowing a lot of heat. We're thinking about this for our double stacker. Make sure we thread chase them, especially since we painted. See, we painted and it got a little paint inside, so downside, which is an upside anyways, because you're supposed to thread chase every hole any freaking ways. Make sure everything is all good. I use a little bit right here. This little guy right here. Now let's get it set up to pull this out. Look down the edge of the cylinder head and look at our heights. And then I'll turn that knob down at the bottom down there and adjust this thing so it's straight up and down. And that will ensure that I'm going straight. Pretty simple. Looks like I need to turn a little more. It's a two-handed job, but that's how we do it. Probably want to get a bigger drill bit, that's what I ought to do. Yeah, bigger drill bit. Get a drill, bigger one to set the point. There we go. There we go, a little bit bigger. Lightly touch it. That's all I want to do is just touch it. Okay, got a little chip put in it. Now let's go to that fast. So far, there's what we got. A little bit off, but I got my center mark, so now I can get a smaller drill bit. We'll go back to the smaller one so we can pull it out. But actually, one size bigger than that one. Let's go to this one. Throwing metal off all over the place. You can feel little shards hitting me. Hopefully it grabs it. I mean, we'll find out if it was cross-threaded in or something. If it doesn't pop and come out, All right, this thing has got to be cross-threaded in there. It should have already busted loose by now, by far. I'm drilled almost, I think I'm drilled all the way through the bolt, so. That sucks. Okay, we're about. Let's see if I can get it down in there.
Oh, I see her wobbling. Well, I'm recording. He's got his hands full.
Look at it. You see it?
Yep. He says you're right. I don't want to be stuck in here anymore.
Oh, God. All right, let's just, we're gonna do it by hand. All it's doing is tightening it. Here, let's go to 30. God, I'm fighting it. Why are we fighting it so damn much? I need to scoot it over a little bit. Not too far down, no. Try to move it. There it goes. Oh, oh, oh. Damn. Chuck isn't tight enough. There, I'll just let it float on it, tighten it up. I might be able to get that out by hand. Maybe. Maybe. Nope. Oh, that's hurting it. Ow, that's sharp. Ow, shit. Nope.
It's just smashing it down.
We'll try this.
Go get your needle nose. We're not even going to be able to grab it. Here we go.
Ow, shit, that's sharp. Okay, Great.
Well, that part was released out now. I was trying the thread chaser down in it.
Yep.
But we got it.
All right, so I don't always win. We're gonna put an insert in that one. I'm not liking it. I almost got it, but I didn't. There's some threads down there in the bottom, but might be parts of the bolt too. I mean, we almost got it, but we didn't. What a drag. Damn it. Okay, maybe not. It just, the threads were boogered up. We still got to put an insert in it. You see my black line there? The one on the right goes down and touches. This is my little tester here. And I can go over here to this hole. Right there. So we got the depth, we got the bolt all the way out, but I just don't believe that the threads are going to be strong enough to sustain it, so. Yeah, no. So we gotta put an insert in it. But that shows right there that we did get the bolt out, so there's that, but the inside just looks like crap. So let's made the hole clean. Now we gotta tap it, put the insert in. So now we'll go extremely manual. It's a two-handed deal, but I mean, the machine will do it. I've done it a lot in a drill. Like when we do this in aluminum, I will chuck that tap up in a freaking drill and I'll just run it in, zoop, zoop, and pull it back out. It'll be fine. But right now, let's take our time in and out and clean it all up. We desperately need these bolts to hold. Okay, pull out. I'll clean it out once. Blow that out real good and send that back in. Look how rusted it is. So I can't really trust it that much. Look how the threads are almost gone. Oh yeah, maybe we ought to look for another one, Julie. Threads are missing down there, damn it.
I don't know.
Okay, I think that's it. Tap bottomed out down on the bottom, blow it out, and then we're done with this. Thread the insert in. I know you're supposed to use that plastic piece, but I don't always use that. Sometimes it's just a pain in the butt. Make sure we get it all the way down underneath it. Underneath the reveal, like there. Now we got to break the bottom off. If you look down in there, there's a little bottom on it. Got a tester here. Now we can put this and see if our thread is good. But it'll only go down and touch the bottom right there. Okay. Wish we can just go like that, and then like that. Oh, there it goes.
Where'd it go?
Into my shoe.
Into
It did go in my shoe.
Great. Well, you guys saw it.
Right there.
Oh, you found it? Yep, there it is.
Right there, that's what we got to break off the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the little indentation right there. That is where you're supposed to break it off. Bam, yep, we're good.
Awesome.
Way down below it.
Yay. Was that the only broken one?
That's it.
I hope.
We're done with that now. Okay, so that's good. What do you think? I think it looks all right. Looks good.
Yep. Good
Had to
job.
put an insert in it. What a drag, but it is what it is. Okay, this is what a job looks like when you cut the guides. If, I'm a little off, actually, I like to tell on myself. You see how the contact patch on the seat cutter, when I cut the top hat off, it trims this whole section and makes them on the same plane. Now the bonus is it changes all of them to the same plane. It turns into a nightmare to go ahead and test one. Like, I could have cut one guide out by using this tool right here, this one. And then I could have used this top cutter. That thing goes down, rides inside of there and cuts this. Well, it leaves that reveal. So what I've had before is when I do one guide and then put the top cutter in it and test it, and then I see that contact patch and then I readjust the cylinder head. And what I found, maybe I just need to get better at it. I have no idea, but I found that it just complicates the heck out of the whole head. Like everything with the head turns like not easy. If I just ride with it like it is right here, it's just a little bit out. I'm cutting the seats anyways. And I went off of, well, like, look, that one didn't touch anything at all. So, you know, why are they not all exactly the same? Either my machine's not cutting them straight, or they weren't cut straight, or they, who knows, there's variance in it. So at least we're gonna cut the other side. But at a point like this is where you could adjust it and actually make that. Then you won't have so much seat work, like the cylinder heads over there. You won't have as much seat work on them to get them to line up with the guides in there, right? Because they'll be more true. When I have this right here, this is a direct relation to what we're gonna see on the valve seats on the other side when we go to cut, right? They're gonna be off, just a little off. Now, how much is that? Very little on the angle. It's 1/100th of a degree off. So very low, very low. I would have just so much as a little bitty turn on this would have put it completely the other way. You could argue I could spend a little bit more time with it, but like I said, sometimes it just makes the cylinder head be complicated. I mean, just trust where I set it at and let's go, let her eat. And the cylinder head seems to be happier as the job goes on, as we're cutting the seats and lapping them in and everything goes on. It tends, if I just go and reset all of them, and then I'll flip it over on the other side and I'll pilot off of the guides that are in there and get it straight again and go with it. Spring seat stuff, there you go, yeah. Before we press the guides in, we want to clean it out. So a little heat. We just started doing this. I don't know. We'll see how well this sticks. Okay, there you go. The top ridge that you put on it when you press in the guide with the air hammer right there. So it's actually the first time I put it in the drill. I normally do it by hand, but the drill worked great. Does not go all the way down. Okay, so you think you'd have to hone it. Just a little touch. Let's see. Nope, see? So almost all the time that the drag comes from the mushroom, not necessarily the guide. Just a touch. I mean, it don't take none. This will at least get the ridge off the top. I mean, we have the hone too, but a lot of times we end up honing the entire guide. You take material off down inside the guide when all you need to do is take it off the top, is what I'm saying. So now I'll spray brake clean in there and I'll brush it, and then a blowgun and headphones and a towel on the other side to catch it all, to clean the guides out with compressed air and a blowgun. Because we're about ready to start cutting seats. So this is how we decide where level is for the pilot, where we actually cut. This mimics the spindle. So I can put this angle finder on here and go -5 because it's -5 this way. The machine's out -5. And then you turn it this way and it's 0. And so then we go up here and we put it on here, test this one straight, 0, and then turn it the same way, -5. So that's how we level this up and make that, the head, match the work. And then here we have, these are loose, that one's loose, and then this one is tight. Tighten that one up, and then when you tighten that, that's the only thing holding the cylinder head where it's at. Then you can adjust this and you can turn this lever and it'll do fine-tune adjustments. But sometimes you can just tap it with your hand, like have it all loose and then tap it with your hand and move it. And they have this little guy right here that supposedly goes up. I don't never use it though, because it's not entirely the most accurate. I just go off the pilot and then lock it all down. But then once we lock it down, we have to lock this side and that side at the same time, because if you don't, then it'll change this. So that's where I screwed up. Normally I would tighten it down while the pilot is, the angle finder is on it. And I didn't do that. Let's go back and restart all over. So this is where I cheat. This is why I wanted to have $1,000 bills laying around. Because ideally, this will work. My cutter takes a lot more out of the throat than what stays in at factory. You can see right there. It's gonna move it though. I ought to double check. Yeah, let's get the tools out. I was gonna just, you're not seeing it like I'm seeing it.
Oh. Well.
Here. Well, that's a camera, you know.
It looks
pretty close. Yeah, that's about it. I put the point right where I want the top of the seat to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I lower it down on the cutter. Oh wow, look, you can see all the dirt on it. But we'll get real close and look and make that match with the top of that middle cut. Pretty freaking close. Happy with that. So I didn't need to change it. How cool. Now let's chuck all that up and run it down here and let's cut it till it's clean. But we have to set up all our heights so that it'll do the manual matic part of valve job. Here you go, first cut of the whole job right here. Oh no, I already touched it, didn't I? There it goes, just touch the back side. Grind the valve. And it looks like that. Let's see if our 30 degree is good. Mark that. We'll go ahead and mark this, put it in there. It should bang it right off. So I ran it, checked it. It's a little too much on the inside. So if you put that up here inside of this and it's cutting too much like that, it's cutting too much on the inside. So that means I need to go out just a little bit. So my 30 degrees isn't necessarily 30. It's been a minute since I've ran it. I gotta remember. I don't really want to put a mark on it because I could just adjust that screw, but I need to go out just a fuzz. Okay, I've been sitting here fighting it, beating my head against the wall, and when it gets right, it's just there. That was like 2 swipes with it. I put it in like that and went, and it was done. That's it, I pulled it out and that's what it looked like. So that means it's lined up. So this is where I've been chasing. See that little bit past 30? Right there? Yeah, that's where we gotta be, right there. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do one more, another one again. I've done 3 so far. I'm gonna do one more with that without moving it, cut this valve, cut the seat, put it in. If it does that again, then I will grind all these valves on that angle. Yeah. Some of these are so freaking bad. Look how, I mean, the valve is not bent. That's just how the grind was. It's so freaking non-concentric. So I have to cut it to make it round again. Look down in there, look at that thing. The valve's not bent, but it's just, I mean, damn. So that's where we clean up. It looks like it's wobbling. Okay, now we're bouncing valves. We got that side where recession's done. Julie's lapping those, doing a final lap on them. I picked the best valves for that head over there, all the ones that the recession works. And these, I might just, it depends on how much the seat takes to clean versus how much I have to take out of the valve to clean. So we just have to bounce valves around and find the ones that work for recession. I mean, the only other option is all new valves, but we don't need to do all new valves, but we will do the ones that took too much.